You are about to embark on the most monumental journey of all archaeological discoveries in this new live series by The God Culture. A 3,000-year gold rush documented so many ways it will make your head spin. The mother lode that would cause the likes of Indiana Jones to salivate. The true land of gold in all of history, which leads to the location of the Garden of Eden and the land of creation. Identifying the rivers from Eden en route. Why is this important? You will never understand geography, history, nor especially Bible prophecy without this restored knowledge of what many will consider the most illustrious realm on earth. Today, we call this the Philippines. Though founded in the Bible, which is the origin of this saga of renown, examine the history, archaeology, geography, science, linguistics, etc., which all converge to reveal what the world knew and somehow misplaced about a century ago. This is a mystery no longer, and now you will know the whereabouts of the lost Isles of Gold. Mabuhay, Philippines! Grabe! Wow, we learned last episode that the Queen of Sheba from Ethiopia had the legs and the hoof of a goat. Grabe. Wow. Can you believe those kinds of things have infiltrated Bible scholarship? Well, you know what? It's time for us to see through this because we can. You can prove all things for yourself and you can know these things so that you can't be deceived. That's the point. So today let's talk about maps that lead to Sheba in the Philippines because it's on maps of the Philippines many times. Now, before we get there, these maps are found in Garden of Eden Revealed, the book of maps. Everything's sourced there. Many of the maps came from the U.S. Library of Congress and very, very, very credible sources. And these are credible maps in the first place. Also, we have the search for King Solomon's treasure, where we make our full position, but the book of maps just takes that and just seals it 100%. And that's available in English or Tagalog, free in ebook, or you can purchase all these books, ophirinstitute.com. You can get them from Shopee Philippines. You can get them from Amazon. They're even available on bookstores in the U.S. Just go to ophirinstitute.com, and all those links are there, even to the bookstores. If you haven't watched and you've been following this series, I encourage you to go watch Solomon's Gold series because it documents our 8-year journey through research. So you can really get a good idea of all of the facts because we can't cover them all in this shorter series. However, that's available in English or Tagalog, either way. Now, we told you about Ptolemy moving everything up into the Philippines. Or not Ptolemy, but Magellan corrected Ptolemy. So Ptolemy drew Saba Diba, right? Saba Diba? Yeah. So not only is it Sheba, because it is, but Saba is Sheba in Hebrew, but Diba in the Sanskrit language, in the Indian language, is actually the word for island, Dwipa. And so it's really Sheba Island. So Ptolemy was drawing Sheba Island, at least that, but in the wrong place because his map ends. See, he encloses the Indian Ocean. Notice that, see? So since he enclosed the Indian Ocean, he couldn't possibly draw things where they were because he didn't know about the entire Pacific, all of the South China Sea, all of any of it, all of the tens of thousands of islands that are there. So this was corrected by Magellan, and these places were moved up into the Philippines. Catagara, which is on the same level here as Saba Diba, Sheba Island, okay, is in Samar Leyte, in Visayas. So there you go. Now, the famous 1154 Muslim map of Al-Idrisi really nails this down, and I've blown up some of these islands for you this time so you can really see them. In the Philippines, there's islands named Wak Wak. And why are they named Wak Wak? Because they're named in Tagalog after the Filipino vampire legend, which the Muslims learned when they came, and they talk about even a Wak Wak tree that is a vampire-like tree that sucks the blood out of people, drains their blood. So it's all a part of the legend. Then you have Al-Zahab. Zahab is the Hebrew and Arabic word for gold. So the Isle of Gold. Then you have Lamang, and then you have Al-Sabara. So the Isle of Sabara, or Saba, Sheba, that's Sheba Island, is right there on this map in 1154. Al-Idrisi really nailed this down. He also has Zipangu there, which we mentioned is Marco Polo's land of gold as well. All of these are in the Philippines. All of these Isles of Gold are in the Philippines. And that is consistent with Philippine history and actual facts, because gold is found all over the Philippines. Many people ask, where's the gold? It's all over. It's everywhere. Not necessarily in every island, but it is many of the islands here. You have a vein running so deep and so rich, it is just something that's unheard of on Earth. And by the way, that's just what's left over after a 3,000 plus year gold rush, right? The rest of the world hasn't seen that. So you really can't compare anything to it. So we have Sheba there, Subara. Now, here's what's funny. Subara Island would be Subara Dwipa in the Sanskrit, okay? And the Indian island is Suvarna Dwipa. It's the same word. See, it's actually labeling the Indian gold island in the Philippines right here. Wak Wak is found in the Arabic language, rendered, but it really is Tagalog in origin. But it is the Muslim name for gold. And with Wak Wak, they had another name for their land of gold. They called it Zabag. But did you know that Zabag actually originates in the word Sabah, Sheba? It originates in the Chinese word Shibo, Sheba. It's right there in linguistics. All along, they're saying Sheba, 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 Sheba. It's there and always has been. So really, Sabadiba in Ibadi, which is the island right next to it on Ptolemy's map here, I'll show you. So you see, here's Ayabadi right next to Sabadiba. These are all found in the Philippines. These are terms of islands within the land, the Isles of Gold. Never a mystery. And Al-Idrisi's map, not a mystery at all, as we covered. One of the things, though, and this is really detailed, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but here is an account from Pinto's journal, Fernandez Pinto, the famous Portuguese explorer. And he's actually going to tell you some things. He talks about a Lampong River. Oh, wait, you mean the Lamang River? Interesting. Similar. From where the gold of Minangkabau is shipped to the kingdom of Kampar. Wait, what's Minangkabau? Maybe Maguindanao? How about that? Or maybe it's just Mindanao, right? It's very close to both. And that is so obvious when you look at this. It is probably Maguindanao or Mindanao, Philippines. So you have that identified right there. But then it goes on to say, the inhabitants of this region tell of reading in their chronicles that the Queen of Sheba once had a trading post there, which supplied her, presumably, as some claim, through the intermediary of an agent of hers by the name of whatever, with a large quantity of gold, which she contributed to the Temple of Jerusalem when she visited King Solomon, by whom she is said to have begotten a son who later became Emperor of Ethiopia, commonly known here in Europe as Prester John. None of that makes any sense when you read into all of that. That's Muslim legend embellishing. But what did they hear? They heard that the Queen of Sheba had a trading post in the Philippines. See, that's the deal. And why would she have a trading post in the Philippines? Because she's a Filipina. She's from the Philippines. So of course she had a trading post here. Now they're trying to make the connection that somehow Ethiopia had ships that came to the Philippines way back in that time in 970 BC. That is fiction. There is no such record. But the Philippines has such a record of ships that can make it to Israel. And they did. The gold of Ophir was already arriving in Israel, according to King David, before Solomon took over, before Solomon built a navy, before they ever went to Ophir. Ophir gold was coming to them. So this is valid history. The Queen of Sheba had a trading post in the Philippines. That's pretty easy. Again, we covered the map with Zipangu as Manila. That's, definitely Luzon Island there. And then we have several other maps here. Here's Sabadiba again, and it will be corrected. But you see Sabadiba, that's Sheba Island, right? You see it on the map in, that's 1545. You see it in the map in 1578. You see it in the map in 1600. Then you see 1657. Now, all of a sudden, Sabadiba is the whole Philippines. Because they figured out that Ptolemy was wrong, because Magellan even corrected it. See, this is a matter of record. This is fact. It's never fiction. So then we see it again in 1695. The entire Philippines is called Sheba Island. How about that? Then we see it again in 1752. The entire Philippines called Sheba Island and Maniola. Maniola is a famous land of gold as well. It's another name for it. Wait, isn't that Manila? Is that really that hard to put together? Right? Well, on this map, it's showing Luzon Island. Oh, that's Manila, right? So it is so easy when we do our research. This has all been there. Here's another map in 1720. And here we are. Sabadiba, Sheba Island. Right there. What is that? That's Luzon Island, Philippines. Nothing else. Nothing else. It is only that, because you see Indochina to the left, you see China to the north, you see the Malay tip down there. None of those things fit. Sheba Island is Luzon in that case. Now, it is Visayas, is the reality, but that's close and not a surprise for ancient maps. Then you even have Cebu labeled Sheba. Same word in Hebrew. Same word, and there it is on the map, 1696. We then have Sheba again as Cebu, 1261. 1592, Cebu is labeled Sabu, still Sheba. Then in 1646, we have Sheba Island as Cebu. So 1646, Sheba is Cebu. This is well mapped. This is well accounted for throughout history. This has never been a mystery. And this is the amazing thing. The Queen of Sheba was a Filipina. She came from the Philippines. And her story is synonymous and included with the whole story of the trip to Ophir to get gold. The Queen of Sheba hears. She travels back. She gives her sacrifice, her offering to the temple. That's what she's doing. She was a holy woman of covenant. She was not a pagan harlot dancing. And in the Bible account, it ends with this. She turned and she went. The end. That's it. No affair and no child. It did not happen. Now get this. Solomon was holy. He was righteous at this time. He went through dark days, and that age is coming. But understand, King Solomon was building the temple. He was the holiest he ever was in this period. And he was married. He's married to a queen from Egypt who wrote Song of Solomon, where he and her wrote love letters back and forth. The man was in love. He did not have an affair with the Queen of Sheba. That is fiction. It always has been. And we can know these things today. They're being restored, And things are coming to light because we're living in the days that Daniel predicted in Daniel 12:4, the days of increasing knowledge. We're there, folks. We're there. We can know things today. This is exciting. We can know things today that we couldn't even know 10 years ago. And you're going to know. You continue to press in. You continue to spend time with him. You continue to explore the ancient record and test it. Even test the Bible. It's okay. The Bible will stand the test. In fact, it will come out better than it was before, and you will believe it when you test it. So all of this data, all this information is found in our books, The Search for King Solomon's Treasure, and also available in English and in Tagalog, free in ebook, ophirinstitute.com. Also, Garden of Eden Revealed, the Book of Maps. These maps are, I think, pretty much all in there. Those that aren't are either in Solomon's Treasure or in our series. Don't forget to watch the series if you want to go deeper and really learn this stuff, because this is really just a brief introduction to this massive case we've been documenting over the last 10 years. And so watch Solomon's Gold series. Our viral video has millions of views, and you will find all the information is there. And it's available in Tagalog as well, so you can watch that way. So I want to thank you for joining us in the studio today. Thank you, Davao. You guys are great. What an awesome place. And how much we've enjoyed this journey with you guys. And you know what? The journey has only begun. Only begun. But always remember, so you're never deceived, prove all things for yourself. Yah bless to everyone. Thank you all.
And now, it's your turn. Many have asked for a small group study that they can lead themselves in their homes and churches, announcing the Lost Isles of Gold Small Group Study Guide, a 13-week reference that allows you to lead a group of any size. Simply invite friends and family into your home, play this video series once a week, and you can avail of the study guide of each week's questions, free in ebook, or purchase one copy on Amazon or Shopee Philippines, and we release the copyright for you to even photocopy as long as it is made free to attendees. Or contact us for bulk copies in large quantities. Yes, you can even apply the study on Zoom and similar platforms, and even download and play where there is no internet. For pastors, you can execute this in your small groups with this video teaching, or if you wish to teach this information yourself from the pulpit or in a class, contact us for direction, bulk copies, and we will even provide our presentation slides to assist you in doing so as part of the package for any size church, including mega. You can also raise funds by selling our books. The option is also available for many to host the God Culture in a launch in Restore Philippines conference to kick this off. This will ignite your group and equip them to disciple using this monumental revelation. Just email us at thegodculture@gmail.com and go to ophirinstitute.com for instructions and all the links, including the free ebook. It's time for this revelation to go viral throughout the Philippines and the world. This spark is about to explode. Be sure to tell us about your experience. Yah bless.
happy ships come sailing in.
Did the ships coming sailing in bring gold, frankincense, and myrrh to our Savior? Indeed, they were not on camels, and they offered their gifts by the shipload. Deep in the Vatican archives, a treasure was recently discovered. A document purporting to be written by the Magi themselves has surfaced. These were holy, sagacious kings, yes, kings, who originated in the Far East beyond India, from the land of the Garden of Eden, as David prophesied, from Tarshish, Ophir, and Sheba. That was never Persia, Arabia, nor India. Wait till you find out the Apostle Thomas made it to these famed isles. Knowledge is increasing, unraveling the mystery of the three kings, the lost ancient nativity restored. Get your copy today, free in ebook or print worldwide on Amazon or Shopee Philippines. Go to ophirinstitute.com. Find the Garden of Eden and Land of Gold on your coffee mug? Oh yeah. Introducing Map Mugs by The God Culture, a collection of 12 containers featuring some of the most important maps ever created. You know, we did not want to slap our logo on merch and sell it. So, we figured out a way to give our viewers what they've been asking for. Gear that can be used for teaching. When you have friends over, watch them discover the garden and compare their different maps. This should spur a discussion often in which you can share what you have learned. Available in regular 11-ounce white, or get our color morphing mug. Just pour hot water and watch the garden and aisles of gold appear. Dude! Collect all 12 and make this a ministry with coffee or tea. Just visit thegodculture.com and order yours today. In the beginning, a garden was planted, enclosed within the earth, in the east, the Orient, Far East, says Enoch before the flood, and Noah, who lived there and mapped it in the Philippines. The Bible has always led there, and even Bible historians knew how to read the Hebrew, such as Josephus in 90 AD, Lactantius, an African, in 310. And in 550, Cosmos, the Greek monk and merchant traveler who went to the Indies, wrote in Alexandria, Egypt, Africa, Christian topography, and he mapped paradise as the Philippines. That map was even published in the Greek edition of the Bible at one time. A 6,000-year track record, forgotten today by illiterate scholars. They have no education on this topic. Let us explore this massive trove of ancient maps. Israel is not east, and a spring is a spring, not a river, and must be fed by a mega river as its source, and must connect to 3 other heads as well, all rivers, and actually salt water even. Can they read? Africa is not east, nor in Shem's far east, where the garden has always resided. Mesopotamia is the occult creation myth of the Nephilim. Nice, scholars. Modern rivers from rain did not even exist before the flood, and the Bible never uses the word Tigris ever in the original Hebrew. Why do modern scholars have no clue?
when the evidence is so vast? The Garden of Eden revealed, resolving the 6,000-year testimony marking the Far East. Now available in print only, no ebook, on Amazon and Shopee Philippines. Over 75 high-resolution color historic maps with accurate interpretation no one can truly dispute. Get your book now, and a new series begins.